And welcome back to the FMSL podcast, episode 33. It's been 33 episodes of this. Can you believe it? Because I can't. Especially after the first one. So, welcome back. We've got a special guest this week. We have just started the league up again. It is now in its second window. It's quite interesting to see the new signings and the way that people are setting up their teams. I've had a few games in the Cup, as has our guests. But first, let me introduce you to the southernmost southerner in southern England. It is Mr. Christopher Rowe.
Howdy. You all right, brother? We're back
I'm all
again.
right, brother.
33. I know we say it
33. Close to your age.
every week. We're like, oh my God, 27. Oh my God, 33. But mate, we've had some roller coasters.
Wow.
We used to do some. Well, we didn't even use StreamYard before. Do you remember when we used to have it on Zoom and all that? And then,
yeah, it was on Skype, wasn't it?
The whole transfer window saga and all that jazz.
Oh,
and look how far we've come.
We've
and again, as
far.
always, do we have a treat today?
We do. We have a little Eastern European treat for us today. And Chrissy's left me.
No, sorry. I was just standing up.
Chrissy's left me. He's had enough. So we do have a very special guest. We've been wanting to get him on the pod a while. If anybody is old enough or has been around long enough to remember our good friend Agalos, he used to do a podcast on Facebook with managers from the Super League, and I believe, I'm not too sure if I'm correct, but I believe he may have partaken in one. I might be wrong. But it's somebody I've wanted to get on since that long ago when I wanted to take over the podcast, and it took a long time to get him on. So please, welcome to Centre Stage. Eventually. Yep, there we go. No, Mr. Bálint Hejner.
I fucking cheers, lads.
Little Hungarian in the middle. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, at least I'm not right-wing this time, so I'm kind of used to it. Like, two things before we start. First of all, I just love how you casually butcher my name every time. So next time,
I was about to bring that up.
You shouldn't even try. Second of all, I didn't know it was the 33rd episode. I would have come. You don't see like the pillows behind me. I would have come in the 35th if I knew it, because my favorite team, Ferencváros, 35 times Hungarian champions. So that's it.
There we go.
Cheers for having me, lads.
We love the commitment. You are also a Newcastle fan, so I do want to ask you this question. What do you think for the cup final?
Oh, I have to give an optimistic answer or a realistic answer.
Both.
Yeah, optimistic answer, 2-1 win.
Oh, love it. Realistic answer?
Realistic answer, yeah, we're going to get absolutely slapped. If Matt Target holds down Salah for more than 30 minutes, I'll fucking eat one of my cups.
Fair enough.
Very honest.
I like the honesty, you know. I like the honesty. I like where it's going.
Look, I've been a Newcastle fan for like 13, 14 years now, since that iconic Papi Cissé goal at Stamford Bridge. I never thought we'd reach these levels, but we have to be realistic. Matt Target won't hold down Mo Salah. We don't have a realistic attacking threat without Isak and Gordon. I love Callum Wilson to bits. He's fragile. He can't finish for 18 months now. So, yeah. I mean, it's great.
Imagine the scenes. Imagine the scenes if Matt Target has the game of his life, and we will bring you back on the pods, and you will formally apologise to Matthew Target.
I will send 5 personal emails to Matt Target if he holds down Salah. If he has the game of his life, I don't know. I'll travel to England and beg for forgiveness at his door.
It's him early.
It's not a bad tactic. Hit him early, get him out the game, as Chrissy's just done to me in our Cup game. But I mean,
he can do what Sergio Ramos did in the Champions League final. So
That's it. Tactical.
Grab the elbow. Grab the elbow.
The one. This is the one. This is the tactic. So you've been around the league for a while in different forms. So when did you first join the league? If you can't remember that far back.
So actually, I've been when I first joined, neither of you were here. I've joined in the summer of 2020 when Jake was relevant. All times.
That was a long time ago.
Jake Shade.
Yeah, and I took over a pretty shambolic Leicester team in FM20 Touch. I mean, it says a lot when my attacking force, like, luckily I have a squad picture here with me on my screen. My attacking threats were a 40-year-old Robert Lewandowski, Lys Musse, and Patson Daka. So, yeah, it was utter shambles.
I'm
But
loving
luckily,
that.
That's not too bad.
yeah.
I'm actually loving that. That is proper FMSL down to a T. That like I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice. Like it was nice learning experience about how the system works, how the cycles work, how the transfer window works. Because honestly, it was like season 4 at the time, end of season 4. So there wasn't any like real saving grace to that team. Then I got Celta Vigo in FM21 first because I had Celta Vigo the second one more time. That team was really good. I think that was the year. No, that wasn't. I was lingering in the lower leagues with Celta Vigo, but I built a squad I really, really liked. Then in FM22, I got Almeria, another Spanish team. And that team, I remember, have challenged for the Premier League title. I want to like get something very straightly out. In my 5 years, I've never won a trophy, not a league, not a cup, nothing. I'm literally the Pochettino of the FMSL league, and yeah, it's honestly hilarious if you think about it. And
No,
that
it's just
team,
the way you said I was Pochettino threw me. Pochettino spun me, man. That was brilliant.
I mean, I could say some other guys, but I play more entertaining football, at least I hope.
Yeah, no, it works.
So that Almeria team were top of the Premier League before the last game week, and in the last game week I played Jake, and before that I don't think I've ever beaten Jake, sorry, and I lost to him again, and I bottled the league to Joe. So yeah, I've not been.
Was that when Joe was
Sassuolo?
Sassuolo, yeah.
Sassuolo. I said it right first time.
Yeah. So that was FM 22, I think. Yeah. And then in the middle of that cycle, I left the league for personal reasons. Honestly, like didn't have much time to dedicate to the league. I know I'm lazy as twat, but it happens.
Yeah, I remember you had a lot of school work and college work stuff.
Yeah. And then I came back to the next cycle.
What rejoice that was when you come back! I was so happy, so happy.
At least one of you were happy.
I was. I didn't feel the need I couldn't express it any better.
And for that cycle, FM23, yeah. No.
Because you took a team over, and I remember they were shambles as well.
I've had a Monterrey team, like a Spanish, like it's a Mexican team. They were shit too. I'm honestly getting like confused with all the cycles right now because I've had so many teams. Like last cycle with FM23, I've had Celta Vigo again.
Teams. Yeah.
Celta Vigo, that was it.
And then I left again because it was like a project year for me, and the decision to leave turned out shit. The project turned out shit, so lose situation. And then I came back mid-cycle in FM23 again, and I got 8th Darkmar, so I got a good team.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you took over from
Rashmat.
Rashmat. Yeah, that's what it was.
Was that this game? Just the last.
Yeah, the one
Actually,
just
yeah,
gone.
that was this last one. Yeah.
Yeah, 24.
Then I got Espanyol. Espanyol were shit in FM23, and I got them, and I just had fun with them because it was, I think, the last season of the cycle. And then I don't even know who I got in the beginning of this cycle, and I got 8th Darkmar.
Didn't you have wasn't it Celta Vigo again that you got at the start of last cycle?
I'm honestly confused.
FM24.
In this one, at FM24, it was Celta Vigo.
Yeah, it was Celta Vigo, and then you went.
Honestly,
I remember you moaning. Moaning about Spanish teams.
Yeah, like above me, we need like a manager timeline. Editor will do it.
Anyway.
Good luck. Good luck with that.
So, Bálint, obviously you've been in the league quite some time.
Yeah.
Can you remember how it came? I know it's so long ago now. We're talking 5 years, but can you remember how it came about you joining the league?
It was absolutely simple. I've seen a Facebook recommendation that there's a league like this. I've put in my application in January, no, not January, February, late February 2020, right after the lockdown hit, and then I totally forgot about it. And when Jake messaged me 4 months later in June, I had no idea what was this, and then I realized when he said, and that's the story.
Yeah, I that was on the old FMD group, wasn't it? That would have been the old FMD group. Yeah.
Yeah, like we had Niall back then too, but with like his old account, not this current one.
Yeah.
We had Gary Turnbull. We had both Cavs. So really,
yeah, we don't
like
talk about
veteran
Gary.
people. That was a weird incident. John was in the league, Taylor was in the league, so
yeah,
all the like
there was a
veteran
lot
lads.
of familiar faces to us. Maybe not everybody else, but yeah. I mean, I remember joining in 21. Greg and Chrissy were the same.
Yeah.
And I joined in 21, and I took over Monaco from Peter Lambretti. And
we don't talk about Peter.
You were one of the only people who messaged me not asking for a player. And that's how we got on. Otherwise, I don't think we would have got on as well, because everybody else asked me for a player.
I mean, over 5 years, I've learned that that's actually like a working tactic, because in the transfer window you need to act like a vulture, because if you don't, you miss some good deals, and that's what I've learned like in the last 2 cycles.
So currently now, you are Real Betis or Real Hispania,
another Spanish team.
Yeah. How did it feel to be drawn into the Spanish team?
I honestly have a residence in the middle of Spain and just commuting to all of the clubs I'm appointed to.
You might as well.
Three certain things in life: death, taxes, and Bálint getting a Spanish team in FMSL.
We'll see in FM26 if we'll have FM26.
Yeah, I had to pig it. But yeah, it's nice to have you on finally, because we have been talking it up for a while, and you're a bit distant to the idea, but it is lovely to have you on, because you can share some fascinating stories from from the league and how the league's been for the last 5 years. So when you first started, what are what's the biggest change that you've seen throughout all that time?
It's actually a tough question, because the fundamentals of the league I don't think have really changed in the last 5 years. We operate with the same tools, the spreadsheets, the versus mode. Like, of course, we had to move from FM Touch to Football Manager, because versus was implemented in FM22 or 23, not sure.
I think it was 22, yeah.
The biggest change was, I think, was like the hierarchy of admins doing jobs, admins having certain roles, because if I remember correctly, in old times everyone did everything, and now like we have specific admin roles and like stuff that certain admins do, certain admins don't really work with. Yeah, I haven't mentioned I were an admin before. Once I left, I were an admin like 3 months, 4 months. Chrissy knows it for.
I think you're still in the chat as well.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not.
Oh, okay, maybe not. Sorry.
That's upset somebody.
Yeah, but
Like
then obviously, like you say, that everyone used to get involved, and I think we've spoke about it before, Cam, about getting people to do their own stats and things like that.
Yeah, like I think it became more organized, and I really think that's a big improvement from like the FM 2021 touch days.
Yeah, I mean, you would have been around when the website was on there when Jake used to have the website.
Oh yeah, the website. Oh my gosh, really? I can't forget about the website because it was the best made. Don't tell Jake.
Yeah, I remember the website. That was literally, I'm pretty sure.
Like, it's a good idea with a very bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I thought it was mint because like I'd be able to go on like if on a like because that was the original stat sheet really.
Yeah,
Because if
it
you
was.
wanted to see how many goals like a player had scored or how many assists a midfielder had, and you wanted to, get that info, that was where you had to go, and I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it, but we had a lot of other content on there at the time as well, which probably was when FMD kind of trailed off towards the end of the lockdowns. Like it became redundant apart from FMSL, and I think that's why Jake gave it up. But I remember that like it was yesterday. It was great times. Honestly, it was a great time. I loved it, mate. I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, the website wasn't a bad idea. Like, I think like last season, before like when I had 8 Dark Mode, there was a guy in the league who tried to make an FMSL app, like an application for telephones. And I thought that's a brilliant idea because you can use APIs, you can carry all the stats, you can do like scouting on the bus, scouting on the train, scouting anywhere really by stats, and it came to nothing. And I think that's a
Yeah, I
huge
think that
shame.
was just because I think mainly that was due to kind of I think there was obviously this was this year as well. It was Courtney and Weed spoke about it,
Oh,
and I
Cornea.
said, and the problem was there is actually an app. I don't know where it is or how we download it, but there is an app which will link to like last season's spreadsheet. But that was Courtney done it for. It was only for Android, and a lot of people in the chat did have Apple, and we looked
iOS.
at a possibility of using that as well. And he said it was easy to convert, but it's going to cost us £100 advertise like to get it up there. And we were just like, that isn't gonna like. I offered to put some money towards it. I think there was one or two other people, but there wasn't enough there to be able to put it up. So I think that's why it didn't continue. But I think it would be a great idea to bring back for 26, especially if we can get a lot more managers back involved. If it does come to fruition on 26, and that we do get verses, because that would be a massive thing.
I think the only thing about that was the fact that you said you had to put money in, and then you're looking at what? I mean, at our highest point, we had 40 managers. You're not going to download that app unless you're in the league. So from cost to
it wasn't worth it.
Nah, unfortunately, it's great concepts. Great concepts.
Yeah. Like again, it was like the website. It was a really great concept, but the making of it was like something that wasn't perfectly possible because if I can get a little geeky here, programming on Android is open source, so it's really easy. Porting it to Apple devices, iOS operating systems, it costs a lot because first it's American, of course it costs a lot.
Obviously.
Yeah. Second, like it's not the same. It doesn't have the same architect as the Android devices, so it's a bit of a hassle, but it can be done.
Yeah, it was looked at, and I think it really wasn't worth it because I said, well, I'll put 40 quid in, and somebody else said, I'll put 20. Courtney said, I'll put money in, and then we're like, well, who else is going to put money in? I think there's one other person said, I'll put some money in, and we're still like, well, we're not putting any more money in. We're like 10 quid short. We should ask the league, and I think it kind of, I think there's a few who had just said, no, let's just leave it because it's not worth it. Like. But it was a great idea. I'd love to see it now with the fact that you can use the Google websites and stuff as well, and you can link it to things. I think it might actually be a possibility. I'm not that technically gifted, but maybe in the future, and especially if we can get the views back on the podcast and people want to have a look, then it's there. But obviously for us, it's just easier to whack on a spreadsheet and go, there you go. So it is all there. So, looking forward now, like I'm just gonna flick my screen over here and blind everybody. So I'm just looking at your squad here. Now, you've got Ter Stegen in goal. Is his starting goalkeeper, I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, he is. He's been wacky, so I think in the game against Niall, I've had 2 cup games. I'm gonna play the one with Craig later, either tonight or tomorrow night. I think against Niall, he had such a howler, I just lost it and subbed him off for my sub goalie, Aguirre Zabala, and he had like a 7.4 rating off the bench. So yeah, Ter Stegen is my starting goalie, but not like the certain Stonewall number 1.
Yeah. Just to point out, it's not Kepa, it's his younger brother. Just to point that one out.
So there's been like misunderstandings. Like Kepa is Arizapalaga, and I have Julian Aguirre Zabala. It's different. Not by much. Basque's names are really similar, but it's different.
So we have, just looking at the squad here, it is actually mighty impressive. We have Ferdy, Jonathan Tarr, Arthur Theat, Palacios, Hakimi, Harry Maguire. We'll not talk about him. Ian Matteson, Moise Keane, my old boy Omar Select, Giovanni Lo Celso, Marco Rocca, Joe Willock, Isco, Ez Abdi.
Yeah,
Elise,
yeah.
Cherky, Zahar, Gabby Barbosa, Gabby Gol, as we all know and love him. Like, you've got a pretty decent side, and if you compare that to some of the players that you signed last window, like as you said before, Callum Wilson, you had him. Like, it's so much a better team. Like, it's so good.
I think I was like a bit lucky this window because I could snap up some really good deals. For Gabigol, I paid 25 million, so that's a bargain. For Madsen, my like good squad player, 10 million from Craig. That was honestly, I think, my best deal of the window, and he's like a squad player, but with huge potential.
Lovely.
Yeah,
lovely I liked obviously you sold Botman for 85 plus 15, and then you got Jonathan Tarr in for 45 plus 25, like for near enough like for like replacement. Yeah, both big players, big defenders.
Yeah, Botman had some silly mistakes last season. Tarr was I think a bit of a safer option. He's more physical and just feel a bit more safe next to Theat. I don't think I made that many mistakes in last window. What I do think is, and don't take offense, Chrissy, I should have sold Ugarte more than 60 million. I think, like, thinking to it back now, 60 million is a pretty good price for Ugarte. So
yeah,
You get a good deal out of that.
In my defence, okay, I asked, and you give me a price for
Yeah.
it. And a
I hold my
price
hands
for it.
up. I hold my
I,
hands up.
I was like, and you said 60 mil, and I was like, I'm fucking having some of that. But yeah,
Me and
no,
Chrissy
and like I
spoke
say,
about that. Yeah.
he was straight up to it. I mean, I was tempted to buy both because I thought they were both good prices, but I needed a DM. I needed a new CM, a DM and a CM who can play both roles, and perfect.
Yeah, but again, I got like same kind of play Palacios for 66, so broke even.
I owe you 6 mil. I owe you
Yeah.
3 mil. I owe you 3 mil, then it's even.
Yeah. Like
I love
we'll talk
that.
about the next window. We'll talk about the next
Yeah,
window.
no worries.
Yeah, you can't be talking about that now. He'll get banned. But actually, talking about the transfer window and about the new deals in terms of the transfers and stuff, how did you find coming into this year with more money to spend and a better squad? Did you find that better, or did you find it a little bit more challenging, or how did you find it?
Um, there are upsides and downsides, like to everyone, like to everything. More money means like a bigger chance to personalize your squad, even if it's like not like a very strong one. So if you don't get like Newcastle, Joe, fuck them up. Um, yeah, I haven't said this. Don't tell Joe. Um, but I don't think like I had a really strong squad nor a really weak one, because Betis is like kind of a middle of the road for me. They had they have some really good players. I still have Isco and Lo Celso in my starting 11 because they're actually really decent players. Roca and Sabali
Yeah.
on the bench, but there was really much room for improvement on
Right.
on all fronts. And I
Sorry.
think like the more budget that made it possible to like really get the squad to a point where I said I can work with this, I can build upon this, I can work with them. But again, that whole new bigger budget needed to be spent because otherwise it's just getting weaker and weaker.
Yeah, I agree. Especially with like teams like Lille, who sat there with
Yeah.
239 mil, and like you say, it's good for that. It's better for the internals, but the draft is slowly but surely. But it always happens anyway.
Yeah.
It always gets that way.
Yeah. Like the downside.
Go on.
Sorry.
No, go on. Sorry, I'll wait for you to finish.
Like I think the downside of the bigger budgets and like more stronger squad size are the inflation in the database. But again, it's an upside as well because it encourages people to do internal deals. I've done. There were times I remember in older FMs where like there was like one day, the opening day of the transfer window, where they were really buzzing internal deals, and then it was dead. Now it's like buzzing the whole week.
It goes all the way.
Yeah,
I've noticed that as well. Even we get to your Tuesdays and people are still doing deals, people are still selling, and people are still buying, which is the most important thing. But
yeah.
looking at your internal deals, right? I'm just having a look now, Ballint, and on here it says free draft pick 1 mil from Gladbach.
Oh no.
Now, can we have a little chat about that?
No, no, we can't. I'm
Yes, you
Yes,
refusing.
can.
we can.
I'm refusing to
Yes,
answer
So
this
you
question
can.
without my
we
lawyer.
were, as if people obviously outside the pod know, we have a free draft where it's, long story short, all the free agents, you get to pick one, and we do that flipped rounds. So anyway, and the free draft, more recently, I'd say, we've started doing untimed the day before the normal draft. And so we're coming down. Niles picked, Cam bought a pick, so he picked, Magnus picked, and it got to Ballint. And I'm waiting around, and Ballint said to me, "What did you?" I'm not searching it, but Ballint said to me, "Okay, I'm home at 1 o'clock." And it must have been about 11:30 at this point. I'm home at 1 o'clock. Let
Yeah,
me get
I
back
was at uni.
and have a check, and then I'll get back to you. and it's getting to like 2 o'clock now. And I'm thinking, is he all right? What's going on?
My bus was late. Come on. Don't tell me like all the buses are on time in England. I'm not fucking believing that.
No, they're not. They're not. You're not wrong. So what?
got
You
some
just
funny
you play a
outfits.
go or?
So good thing to know about me. I have terrible memory. I've been here for 5 years and I still haven't fully memorized the rules. And I've seen that Di Gregorio, the current Juventus #1 in real life, was out of contract at Monza. Now, good to know, we have a Monza in the league as well. And I wasn't sure if I could grab him and be happy because I have a honestly bossing second goalie who can easily replace Ter Stegen, or I can't have him and I'm fucked up and I've just thrown 1 million out the window. Turns out it was the second.
He said to me, right, fucks up his scouting.
Yeah.
You said dunce, but I put the tick because I thought it just. Had a bit
Yeah,
of ring.
it sounds better. Yeah,
Brilliant. Oh,
it happens. It happens to the best of us.
it does. It certainly does. But yeah, I enjoyed that. So
I've just
Right,
got
now-
one thing to say about this. Just got one thing to say. There's not even a Monza in the league anymore, mate. That was the last cycle.
Oh, damn.
it was because
That's all I wanted to say. That's all I wanted
no.
to say.
Yeah.
That proves the memory.
But like
it
Di Gregorio
was-
was joining Juventus on like a pre-contract deal, so
Right,
yeah.
okay.
It had already been agreed. Obviously,
Yeah,
free
it's-
agent is unattached players, so if it's a deal already in place, then
it,
can't
it,
go
was
for
it,
unfortunately.
it was fucked either way. So
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so Bálint, we are bringing back a little feature, seeing as the last guest we had was in Pitch Black, so that didn't go too well. It's nice to see that Hungary has more power than the north of England.
that's not fucking hard.
Cam's got a
That was
generator in his back
Yorkshire?
garden. That's why he's on Yorkshire. That's north. That's north from here, mate.
Chrissy, everything
That's
is
north
not
from
from you.
here.
You're literally nearly in France.
Yorkshire's quite north, though, isn't it? It's not that far from Newcastle, is it?
Well, it's about
Right, yeah.
hour and a half, 2 hours.
Exactly. It's about an hour and a half,
Right.
2 hours to London from here. Don't make me Google it. Yorkshire. What, is he in Yorkshire? Is he? I thought he was further than that.
Oh my God, are we actually doing this? He's in
Yeah,
Halifax.
we
Yeah,
are.
we
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are, mate. I'm not having it. Look, I ain't even got to zoom out. It's up there, see? I'm down here. And it's up there. So, yeah, that's north, mate. That's north.
Oh, thank you.
I mean,
Right. Okay, whatever.
Anyway, so yeah.
moving on.
So now we're gonna incorporate and I've got to load up questions yet. Basically, we're bringing back my quick fire quiz. If you're up for it, Bálint. Are you up for it?
Oh,
Don't worry.
I'm not ready
No
for it.
general knowledge. No general knowledge needed. Just
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm afraid.
it's FM knowledge. So yeah, you should be afraid.
Oh, it's even worse. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so you ready? I'll do the little jingle. 2 seconds.
I'm not ready, but I have to be ready.
60 seconds, quick fire questions with Chrissy. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Thank you. That's the new one. I've been
We'll get
practicing that all week.
recorded.
I've been practicing that all week, mate. Anyway, right, so Cameron, my glamorous
yeah.
assistant,
Yes, sir. Got to get my stuff.
is the Rachel Riley of the FMSL pod. Right, okay, you ready?
Yep,
3, 2, Gladiator. Bálint, are you ready?
I'm not.
Okay, brilliant.
1.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Advance forwards or complete forward?
Advance forward.
Work ball into box or hit early crosses?
Hit early crosses.
Counter press or regroup?
Counter press.
High press or mid block?
Hard press.
Oh, inside forward or inverted winger?
Inside forward.
Okay, we'll go back to in swinger or out swinger corners.
In swingers.
Internal deals or external deals?
Internal deals, more drama.
Oh, love it. A league win or a cup win?
I don't know. I don't know which. Neither one. Next question.
Okay.
10 seconds.
Okay, 10 seconds. We'll go for a back three or a back four.
Back four.
And player attributes or player stats?
Attributes.
Yes!
He
You
doesn't
win.
need his
You
hard
won.
drive checked. Well done.
You won. You won. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
That you have won the amazing prize of not getting your 3 million back from Chrissy. Congratulations.
I'll double it and give it to the next person.
Yeah. So you mean 6 million to come then?
No, definitely not. I'm not giving him nothing. Absolutely not.
So,
But yeah.
to finish off a wonderful day, we do have our lovely little feature. Now, I know Bálint, I had a conversation with Bálint about this, and the first one he gave me was probably a no-go. But the new one, me and Bálint both know and love. It is a great tune.
I swear to sweet Jesus.
You'll find out.
Why? No, I think I know what you're talking about, and I want to ask the host to explain why it was no go.
Yeah, what's wrong with it?
Because I mean, you could, but you didn't buy into it. You didn't buy into the narrative. You wanted
I'm not buying into it because what you said
there. It was.
What would I say about it?
The other side from the musical The Greatest Showman from Zac Efron and Hugh Jackman.
It's not a fucking musical, it's a movie, man.
Great song.
It's a great
Yeah,
song.
that's better than some of the shit.
But anyway,
it's my favorite movie. Like, what do you want me to say?
I thought we were friends.
Is that and we will come back home and we will come back? Is it that one?
Not quite. Not that.
What song was it again? Sorry, I'm trying to remember.
It's the one where they're in the It's the one where they're in the bar.
Yeah, it's that.
Yeah, that's what I was singing, wasn't it?
The other side. Yeah. No.
And we will come back home.
No,
that's not that. Not that.
Anyway,
in the bar, mate.
So
here we go. This is my track of the week. Bit of White Snake. Here I go again on my own. Here I go again. It's called, but we all know it as like FMSL. We're back at it again. Here I go again on my own. Don't know the words, but yeah, it's a great tune. Give it a listen to. We're back at it again. Second season. Let's have it.
So mine is dream for a moment because this season I need to dream for something because my team is utterly shit. I need to dream for something. So track of the week for me.
You want all strikers next to Haaland. All of them got pocketed in a friendly by Harry Maguire. How does it feel?
Just shut up.
Bálint, you know what happened as well?
You know it was coming.
In the game, me and Cam just had our cup game, which I was victorious 4-2. And Haaland got injured, and he had Ronaldo and Benzema up top at a combined age of like 75.
Yeah, accommodation my granddad.
Yeah.
I had to because you injured Haaland, and I don't know how because he tackled Ronaldo, and all of a sudden Haaland's about 5 meters away from him. Say Haaland just go, I'm on the floor, I'm dead, I can't move.
Mate.
Like, can we stop? Can we stop for a moment? Like, Haaland's cost like 200-300 million. This season got pocketed by Harry Maguire in a friendly, injured in a cup game, missed a penalty, which ultimately didn't count but missed. Next year I'm going with a 40 million bid, and that's my highest point.
Okay, we'll remember
Shit.
that. But yes, Dream for a Moment, Andrew Cushion, proper tune. I am somewhere on that music video as well. It's a proper tune. Very good friend of mine. Yeah, give it a listen to. Proper tune. New
No.
album comes out soon. Definitely not doing a promo.
Yeah.
And Bálint.
Ad not paid for.
Yeah, I
But
want
yeah.
paid.
But
I
yeah,
want
Rats, if you don't know them, it's a pop rock band. They usually play pop rock, but they sometimes play some shanties. This
It's a
is
punk rock band. They usually play punk rock.
I don't know how to say it better. Like,
You've been brilliant tonight, Bálint. I want you back on.
but like
This
after the
is,
rain
this is a tune, though. This is a tune, not
like
Chrissy,
this is not nothing like their other songs. It's not as vibrant. It's a really slow. It's a really emotional song. It's after a huge tragedy when one of the band's I think guitarists lost their lives, and it's like a song remembering about him and what comes after the rain, which was his death. So yeah, it's a very emotional song, and I love it.
Yeah, Bálint showed me this a long time ago. He went, listen to this song. And I'll tell you what, I'll listen to it every time it comes up. It is an absolute tune. I did have to actually prompt them to put this on, but it is an absolute tune. Paddy and the Rats, After the Rain, because it is an absolute tune. But gentlemen, this is the final hurrah. So Bálint, I think me and Chrissy both want to thank you for coming on, because you've been an absolutely brilliant guest. Honestly, like at least your power stayed on this time, so there is something good in that. So thank you very much for coming on. You've been an amazing guest. We will be very, very happy to have you back.
Well, thank you for the formal invite, because I said I won't come without a formal invite, so I got it. I came. I promised. I got a formal invite from the podcast team, signed by Mr. Cameron Richardson. Obviously, Chrissy's signature wasn't on the contract, but yeah,
you
don't get the e-signature. Was the e-signature not there? I must have sorted that out. Sorry.
You two will roll it out, but yeah, it was really good fun being here. Thank you very much.
No. Thank you very much for coming on, my friend, and we'll speak to you after. But thank you very much for coming on.
Cheers, Bálint.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Pleasure to be here.
See you later, mate.
See you, man. So, Chrissy, I don't know what happened there, but this is the end again, and it's been. I've loved it. It's been great. Bálint,
what a great laugh,
man. Solid guest.
I'm fucking
Absolutely
crying.
Great.
Oh, he's so funny. When he said,
didn't even realize how funny he is, man.
It's a punk rock band. They play punk rock. Oh, quality, right. Love you and leave you, brother.
Right.
See you later.
Take care. See you later, man. Bye. So this is the end of a very great podcast with Mr. Bálint himself. So I'm crying now. Thank you very, very much for watching. And we will see you next week with a league update for what is going to be happening for next season. So please stick around. Take care. Love yourselves. And we'll see you somewhere down the road.